Alright, we are starting Halcyon versus Eterna very soon in the RRC. 5 maps, huge teams, 15 versus 15, but some people will not be playing today, and so some people will be playing twice. Up first, we have a tech map. We've got Nixotica, Hondro, Fegley playing for Halcyon. I'm not quite sure who we have on the other side. It looks like Laser, Rostak. I don't know who the other... Autumn? I guess Otto. It looks like Autumn, though, right? That's how I would pronounce that. Alright, this is the last warm-up round, and then we're jumping into it. It's the standard matchmaking format, like you find in ranked. Why are 3 of my spectating positions their team? How do I get more spectating cameras? And we are underway with round 1. Remember, the world record on this, I believe, is a 56.03. I'll double check that afterwards. It's looking like a strong start, although Nixotica holding on for Halcyon as Hondro and Fegley are rounding out the back. A mistake from Otto will throw him all the way into the back. Could be shaping up nicely as long as Evo doesn't get 1 and 2, although it's Nixotica with a wall touch. And we are currently in a draw formation for top 4, which means 5th will be extremely important, which is where Nixotica is. Fegley with a mistake. This could be really good for Evo to start off with a point. We have just a few more turns. Hondro with a mistake. It seems every Halcyon member dropping down 1 by 1, but Nixotica is making a play to try and claim back 2nd. Unfortunately, 1 last wall touch. A rough start for Evo, apparently, because Laser missed the finish. I'm not quite sure what just happened. Yeah. The world record is really fast. We're not quite there yet. But on to round 2. Halcyon claims the first point. Nixotica once again with a similar wall touch, this time a little earlier. I think wall touched where Otto did last time. Shaping up nicely for Evo this round as Fegley is the only Halcyon member in the top 4 by 0.8, 0.9 now. It's up to Fegley to deny this, but he really can't do it alone. He's gonna need a teammate to also climb up. Fegley all alone in 3rd. Rostak and Laser, the 1-2 for Evo, could just lock up this round. Fegley really fighting for it. I don't have Fegley's perspective, and he might steal 2nd. He does. However, with Otto getting a finish, the 1-3 will be enough to give Blue the point, to give Evo the point. And we're tied up at 1s. We are tied up at 1s. Alright, the warm-ups are over. It's time for Halcyon to start driving some clean lines. We've been crashing pretty much, I was gonna say every round. It's only been 2 rounds. Let's relax. Alright, looking very good. All 6 players very competitive this time around. All within 0.3. 6 people within 0.3, now 0.4. Nixotica, no. Who was that? Fegley drove off the map. Has to respawn. It will be Nixotica and Hondro fighting Laser up top. Preferably need a 1-3 finish. This tie will probably not do it, as Evo has 5th. which means a draw will be determined by 5th. But Laser is holding on to 1st. Nixotica looking for more speed, but a rough line, and it won't be enough. And it will be another AEterna point. Why do I say Evo? Why is Laser... I keep saying Evo, but we're playing Evo this afternoon. And Laser has an Evo tag, but he's on Eterna. It's very confusing to me. I was not prepared for this level of confusion. It's the afternoon for you now? Oh, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Anyways, jumping in, Eterna taking a slight lead. I just realized... Okay, Fegley does have the Halcyon tag. I was thinking all of the Halcyon players didn't have the Halcyon tag, because we've got DG and 300, but Fegley representing the whole team right now. Nixotica and Fegley doing strong, but once again, they are going to need the 1-3 position, because Otto clutching in 5th. Fegley is Halcyon? Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. And Nixotica and Fegley again getting 2-3 for Halcyon. That's not going to be enough with Otto getting 5th. This is a rough start. That will be Eterna taking a 3-1 lead. Not quite what Halcyon was wanting. Laser is Karyan? I don't know. He's going by Laser, so I'm going to call him Laser. Is it? I don't know. Oh no, full despair. But it is Eterna in the mud with 1 full crash. Jesus just Laser. Alright, that sounds good to me. Hondro goes up the checkpoint, and it's all fair game now. First place will be extremely important, although 4th drops way down, so it looks like Halcyon is probably guaranteed 2nd and 3rd. But if they can pass Roustak, this might be a point for Halcyon, and they both are making a push. Both Nixotica and Fegley passing Roustak, but Roustak with the inside line, less speed, and he won't quite get there. Fegley, very aggressive, will get the 1 and 2 with Nixotica. And that will be a clean Halcyon point as everyone else crashes, loses 5 seconds. It was actually really competitive for the last 3 people. Everyone within a couple of tenths for the last 3 people. But Halcyon will start making, reducing the deficit. It's now 3-2. One more round like that and we will be tied. This is already shaping up to be a very competitive match. But like I said, because we're playing on 5 different maps, we're going to see different sets of 3 people in each round. So that can really shape things up. Laser with an extremely aggressive line. I thought he was going to go up the wall. Can't see Halcyon's score because of Cam. Wait. Is it really covering it up? Oh my gosh, it is. Okay. We'll lower our Cam in just a moment. After this round. Good point, Mitch. Thank you. I mean, I'm telling you what the score is. Anyways, Hondro and Fegley, Nixotica. Okay, thank goodness he's not too far behind. This is very competitive. Otto falls behind. Otto with a full crash. But it is an Eterna 1-2. That was a great round. We managed to just catch the end of that. Why can't I grab my camera? What's the best way to do this? Cover up times? Bottom left? Is bottom left better? Maybe bottom left? We'll cover up the chat. I'm not used to being in the bottom left. This is so weird. I feel like I'm sitting in the wrong place in my room. Anyways, it is 4-2. This is track point, although Laser goes into the wall. Although he might have saved it just a little bit. Hondro with a little bit of airtime. Halcyon desperately needing a point here to stay on this track. This is track 1. Hondra falls a bit behind. Nixotica and Fegley, the 1 and 2. Rostek with a wall touch. This is shaping up to be very nice for Halcyon. Just no mistakes. They have 1, 2, and 3 with a 0.5 lead. Although Otto now passes Hondro, but that won't be needed with 1, 2 for Fegley and Nixotica. A clutch round. Pulling it through. Halcyon will almost tie it up. 4-3. Needing another denial. We're playing to 5. One more than one more. Then one more. No, just kidding. Just one more than one more. I can count. You know, it's only 2 rounds. Yep, I can do simple counting. Where's Hondro? No, Hondro already with a mistake, although Laser also crashing. Nixotica and Fegley battling it out with Otto. Otto hasn't had the best track record on this track. I wish I would have chosen a better word. It is Laser who's in 6th, so this could be shaping up nicely for Halcyon, but Nixotica really needs to get first here. Hondro in the 5th position, so a draw for 1 through 4 will be a Halcyon win. Rostock with a mistake. Nixotica will take first. And Hondro! What? That's not what I saw. Oh, Fegley and Hondro. Yeah, okay. Hondro passed 5th. I was confused. Yeah, Halcyon point. I thought Halcyon passed 4th, not 5th. So I was very shocked to see him in 4th. Passing 5th by just 15 thousandths. Barely makes it in. We are going to the final 9th round. The infamous 9th round. That happens in matchmaking when you're tied at 4-4. Nixotica fully warmed up now, not making these early mistakes. Looking really strong with Fegley once again. Hondro a little bit behind. Not too far though, not out of it yet. Ready to capitalize on any of AEterna's mistakes, which Rostek just makes. It's a battle between the top 4. AEterna in a good position with Laser and Otto in 1 and 2. Nixotica 3. Fegley drops behind, although now making a push as we go through the final turn. Needing to pass Otto. Doesn't quite get there. It will be AEterna taking the first track. What a match. Already shaping up to be a heater. AEterna does take 1. Unfortunate for Halcyon fans. Looks like next we are going to Bumblebee, which I will look at the record there. So Bumblebee is a little shorter of a course. It is a 43.387. I want to say this is the ice course, but I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. Why does it just... Oh, this is the mixed course. Oh, no, we went to Italo. What? Now I'm confused. Italo is the mixed course, which is a 50.248 for the world record. All right, we're back on track. Unless now they're switching to Bumblebee. What's going on? I can't keep up with this. Okay, it is the ice course, Bumblebee. The world record is a 43.387. I forget who we have playing for this. We have Willard, Hondro, we're going to see once again, and Nigel. Nigel has pissed me off quite a bit with his ice mapping, so maybe his ice driving will be worth a compliment. We're waiting for everybody to join. People are gonna have to switch spectating and all those things. I really need Nixotica to leave. Okay, there we go. Wait, why is Fegley playing the map? I don't think Fegley's playing for us. Is he? Isn't it... What? Fegley? Isn't Willard supposed to be playing for us? I'm not quite sure who's going to be playing on AEterna's side. No, he just does that. He's taking up my spectating cams. Okay, there we go. He's gone. It looks like we'll at least have Henry and Laser, although Laser looks a bit indecisive about whether he's playing or not. Burnt bagels. Okay, Laser left. It's not Laser for AEterna. I don't know who their sixth is. Oh, it looks like it is Whoopsie. No, you're fine. You are fine. No sweat. Okay, we're getting to see one last warm-up before the show gets on the road with track 2. Bit of a tight, risky fin. Doesn't necessarily look too hard. Just need to tighten that ice turn a little bit. But we will see. As we get underway, Halcyon and AEterna. AEterna is already up 1 track point. But Halcyon looking to claim another as we get underway on the ice when Henry with an extremely aggressive line. I don't even know how he survived that. Whoopsie, great exit speed out of the icy slide. Halcyon needing to do better than allow AEterna's 1-3 with Whoopsie and Burnt Bagels. Henry way too far back to do anything. And it does look like AEterna will take the 1-3. A finish with Henry will mean AEterna once again taking the first track point. Going up 1-0. Halcyon having a bit of a slow start today. Losing track 1, giving up another point there. Needing to start turning things around. Nigel needs to a bit of a release tap. Hondro with a horrible ice slide. It will be AEterna with a beautiful 1-2-3. That looked, you could make a media tracker out of that. That looked beautiful. That actually looked beautiful. And I say this rooting for their downfall. I'm very biased. I'm on Halcyon. But but that did look beautiful, seeing all 3 AEterna players synchronized ice slides. Willard looking to deny first. He won't be able to do it alone though, as Burnt Bagels gets 4th, giving AEterna the 2-3-4, giving them the point. Yet again, Nigel in the mud. That will be a 2-point lead on Bumblebee for AEterna. Not quite shaping up the way we were hoping. But there's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Surely Willard and Hondro will clutch up this round, as it appears Nigel is having some trouble, although I think he's back connected. I see him on the leaderboard in 5th. He's a little bit behind though. Willard and Hondro needing to get 1 and 3 for Halcyon to claim a point. 1 and 2 would secure it immediately though. Henry positioning himself very nicely in 2nd. almost taking a more inside line, but it won't be enough. That will give Halcyon 1, 3, and 5. And that's their first point on the ice track for today. It starts with 1. It starts with 1. You got to break the seal, you know? You got to break the seal, and then the points just flow in. Seemed like Nigel might have had a bit of an internet issue last round. Hopefully he's better now, because I do think he is one of our stronger ice players. Burt Bagel's going extremely wide. I forget whether I have a camera for him. I don't. Whoopsie, into the wall. I guess technically it was a pull. Nigel once again in the back, though. Nigel will pass Whoopsie after that mistake. Willard and Hondro playing it up for 1 and 2. Hondro very inside. They'll at least get 1 and 3. Whoopsie. Okay, and there is Nigel with that 6th place finish. Desperately needed with a 1-3 for Halcyon. We're tied up. We're starting over. It's 2-2. We're playing till 5. Nigel needing to clean this up. Hasn't been able to come through just yet. But AEterna not without their mistakes these past couple rounds. There it is, another beautiful shot for AEterna. All 3 players gliding across the ice. This time, Nigel might have touched just a little bit of snow. In the back, but all 6 players, Whoopsie with another oopsie. Henry trying to steal first, but he will get passed by... Did Hondro snipe? Hondro sniped by 3 thousandths to give Halcyon the 1-2 with Willard clutching up, giving Halcyon a round win. Halcyon's first lead on the track, and actually first lead today, as they were playing from behind on the previous track as well. 3 thousandths by Hondro. Henry with just a slight misoptimization with his ice slide, going a bit too far inside, forcing an outside towards the finish. That's a tough break for AEterna. 3 thousandths. Now, Halcyon still would have gotten the 1-3, which probably would have been the round anyways. But it's got to be a bit demoralizing for Henry knowing that he was that close to second there. Nigel with yet another mistake. It's up to Willard and Hondro to get at least 1 and 3 again, and they're currently in 1 and 2. Whoopsie with a lot of speed will slide in between them, and that does give... Do I have a Nigel cam? I do. Nigel needs to get a finish. It doesn't matter when. He just needs to finish, and that's sometimes all it takes. Willard and Hondro are dominating these past couple of rounds. Some clutch times, clutch snipes. One could say they're playing Trackmania. One could say that. Nigel yet again dropping behind. This time recovering a bit better though. Getting a nice view of the field. AEterna with the 1-2. Henry and Whoopsie up top. Willard making a play for it on the bobsleigh, though. I think we're currently in draw formation in the top 4. Although now it is AEterna with the 1-3. Henry with a mistake. I don't have a Hondro cam. Hondro does get 4th. That will give AEterna the point. Sorry for the hopping around. I was trying to figure out who had a better camera of it. That will be AEterna with the round. Burnt Bagels getting 5th after the draw top 4. That's what makes 5th a very critical position. Is if top 4 draw, 5th is the winner. So your 3rd player needs to come up clutch. which right now Nigel hasn't really been able to do anything in these past couple rounds. It is Eterna once again looking so strong with the top three. Just as a reminder for the score, Halcyon is on track point, but Eterna looking extreme unstoppable this round. That they should be able to deny Halcyon the outright win with a 1, 2, and 3 between Burnt Bagels, Henry, and Whoopsie, all within a 10th. All within a 10th. Burnt Bagels and Henry actually within a 100th. That's a very nice round for Eterna. And yet again, this match is delivering on every promise. We're going to another round 9. We're tied up 4-4. It could be anybody's track. Halcyon needs to claim their first track here. Otherwise, Eterna is going up 2-0. And they are looking scary on ice. Eterna started out strong. Halcyon went 4 points straight. And now Eterna has come all the way back. Nigel, very rough on those lines. Willard chasing Whoopsie. Henry with an inside line. And it's faster. Look at the speed he's got. However, Willard is coming back. Hondro making a play. 5 players playing for it. I can't really tell what's happening. And it will be a 1-3-5 for Eterna. I had to look at the leaderboard because I was so confused. All the cars inside of each other. Eterna take the second track. Halcyon desperate for 1, but not able to do so. We're going to track 3. Does anyone know what happens on track 3? If Eterna win, are we done, or do we still play all 5? What happens? All of the Luckadels are in chat. We still play regardless. Okay, sounds good. But it will be a win if they go up 3-0. That's kind of rough. That's rough on the mental for sure. I guess maybe for long-term points for the league, getting any track wins will be important. What map are we on? We're on Kola. Let's look at the world record here, because surely we'll see that happen. Wait, is Kola what we played first? Or was that... I don't even see that map. Alright, what map are we actually going to?
Yo, on Unan
Thanks for the follow.
Mouse.
We're on Prima Donna.
Vacation.
Prima Donna. This is a world record of a 50.188. We haven't really been seeing world record pace in these rounds, but that's understandable. Very different than hunting the map. This must be the loose one. Because we've got dirt and grass. Yeah, slippy surfaces here. It appears to be a dirt grass combined map. Let's figure out who's playing for Halcyon as we wait to find out for Eterna who's playing. We've got Sophie, Kali, and Hydro, also known as Milk Enjoyer. Which maybe I should call him Milk Enjoyer since I said I was going to call Laser regardless. Milk Enjoyer? Alright, we'll call him Milk. Alright, that was a very romantic pole kissing from both teams. We're jumping into track 3. Eterna already up 2. Why is one of them labeled 28? Did anybody notice that? Why were they all Sylvie 27, but there was a Sylvie 28? Alright, who do we got on our cams? Are they all J names? Oh no, Nate's. Okay. We've got Jan, Yaka. Is it Yaka or Jaka? I'm gonna assume it's also Yaka. And Nate's. Does anyone have the intel on the name pronunciations? It is Yaka? Alright, good deal. All of the J names without pronouncing the J. I can respect it. That's why we call him Milkenjoyer. Oh, Jan almost went into that pole right out of the gate. And it is Eterna with an extremely strong start as we jump into round 1 on, I forget what this map is called, Prima Donna. I pulled it up and didn't even read it. Eterna 1, 2, and 4. However, Halcyon isn't too far behind. Milk is making a play for it. Sophie's in the wall. It is up to Milk. It's up to Kali. Although Kali, I think, might have clipped a tire. And Milk will fall behind. Only to gain more speed. Very sneaky. It is looking like Eterna with at least a 1-2. Holy cow, Milk almost caught. But it wouldn't have been enough regardless. Eterna continuing the trend of taking 1 point right out of the gate. One day Halcyon will win a track, trust me. One day. One day I won't be depressed. What? We're jumping into round 2. Hopefully we're all warmed up, because Halcyon desperately needs to clean up their driving. It is Jan into the wall on the dirt. Kali with an inside line, but everyone else with a bit more speed. Milk and Sophie making a play in second and third, chasing down Yaka. I'm actually not sure what happened to Milk there, but he somehow might have clipped a tire. I didn't see it. It's all up to Sophie to get first here. Unless Kali can catch up. But it does look like Eterna is making the claim for 1 and 2. Yaka in 1, Nate's in 2, and it will be another clean point for Eterna. They're looking unstoppable here. Halcyon not quite able to compete yet. And Eterna having an opportunity here to get past the halfway point. Already at 2. Playing to 5. Don't tell me Milk already made a mistake. Oh my gosh, he's a second behind. I'll start calling him Hydro if it means he'll play better. Nate's with... See, I felt like Milk did that, but Nate's didn't lose any speed. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I mean, this round is just in the mud for Halcyon. Jan, Nate's, Yaka, 1, 2, 3, Eterna. Very clean. Not even needing to get into the 50s. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. But this is where it all turns around for Halcyon. They're all saying go, go, go in chat. Right? They're all saying that? Please? Nate's will drop behind as Sophie and Milk make a play in second and third. Jan once again leading the pack. Nate's with a lot of speed and he'll actually go into the dirt wall a bit too high. Sophie and Milk, this could be an opportunity for Halcyon. Milk with a mistake though. But not too bad. I think Milk could have passed Jan with a slightly better line. Okay, no, wait. Okay. No, it is... What? What? Wait, how did Yaka have so much speed? Huh? I'm so confused. But AEterna take yet another point with a 135. Or sorry, a 136. I don't know how Yaka managed to gain so much. Maybe we'll see it this time. Milk has been having some rough landings. But he's all alone, and unfortunately, in this team sport, you can't win if you're all alone. But Kali is catching up a bit of airtime and a suboptimal line. It's Nate's and Jan. However, Milk will snipe right in between Nate's and Jan by just a couple hundredths. It doesn't matter. That is a 5-0. Not Halcyon's best map. Noted. Noted. That was a brutal one. That was 5 up, 5 down. AEterna take the track and essentially win the match for 5-0. Maybe all of the rounds matter, so that's technically not true. But Halcyon definitely can't get 15. Can they? What are we at? I guess we're at 8. So. I'm trying to think about it mathematically. Halcyon's at 8. Is it track wins or is it total rounds? Like you could technically win 25-0 or something. Is it total rounds? If it's total rounds, Halcyon is still in it. It's not quite over if it's total rounds. If it's just track wins, it's 3-0 out of 5. That's what it is. 1 point per map and 1 point for total rounds. Oh, interesting. Wait, so we could draw. We could draw. If Halcyon can hold AEterna to 2 points. Yeah. I think AEterna can get 2 points, but not 3, otherwise it'd be a tie, and so I'm not sure that would do anything. Because Halcyon at most can get 18 points. They have 8 points. 8 round points. At most they get 18. And AEterna already has 15. So it needs to hold them to 2 across 2 tracks. That's going to be really hard to do given how AEterna's been playing today. If we see more of the first 2 tracks, maybe Halcyon can get a little lucky. If we see more of the previous track, unlikely. For reference on this full speed track, Sterblikite, Is that how you say it? Sterblichkeit? That's my attempt of saying it. Sterblichkeit? There, that sounds slightly better. 46.922 is the world record. We got one last warm-up. Halcyon has to dominate here. We've got True Noob, we've got CD, we've got DC for Halcyon. They all woke up this morning and said they were ready. Well, we need them to be. I'll pretend I didn't see that. It was a warm-up. For Eterna, we have Lacadel, we've got Jan once again, and we have Sapingo. A full speed round, and I think it is CD who just slides off the track. True Noob with a crash. Already shaping up to be one of the rounds that Halcyon can barely afford to give away, but not wanting to. DC all alone. He's actually gaining on the Eterna players, but they don't really need to push it. DC takes one. He makes a play for two. He gets it. That's gotta be some confidence for DC playing all by himself up top, that he manages to snipe out two Eterna players. Nonetheless, Eterna will take the first track, which has been the story here. So, in a way, Halcyon needs to win the next 5 rounds. Because we know on the next track, Eterna's going to take the first round. And that's the last round Halcyon can give up. Eterna's been taking the first round on every track. So that's all Halcyon can give up. This is where they clutch up. Because they have to. There we go. All 3 Halcyon boys still alive. No crashes this time, but Lacadel and Jan wanting to deny it. DC just out of range, but in 5th in the case of a tie. CD needs to hold on to first now. The only Halcyon player able to make a play. And he loses it to both Jan and Lacadel. And it will be a 1-2 for Eterna. That is the last of the margin that Halcyon can play into. From here, it's as much of a reverse sweep as could be humanly possible. If Halcyon just win the next 10 rounds. 5 on this track and 5 on the next track. It is as close as you could get. But Lacadel and Jan, a fearsome duo to be not to be trifled with, I should say. Sapingo also in 4th. DC once again all alone. True Noob is in the mud. CD and DC need to make a play here. CD with good speed. But I don't think there is enough time in the track, and there isn't. Jan and Lacadel take 1 and 2. The desperation from Halcyon is palpable. But it's not enough. Eterna go up 3-0 on the 4th track. Let's just get it all out now. Let's get it all out now. Let's reshape our thinking for this match and start training for the next one. Because it is looking like Eterna is holding on. Although this round we finally have all 3 Halcyon players in it. True Noob going all the way from the left side to the right side. I don't know where he's going. He's changing lanes in traffic. Well, DC just flew off. Eterna go up 4-0. The mental is a bit in the mud for Halcyon. It's a bit in the mud. But perhaps we will turn this around. Not necessarily for this match, because it's, I think, mathematically impossible, but someone can check my math. But for the next match, because we do have another match later today. In a little over an hour. Their pace is insane. Yeah. True. Am I gonna play Cup of the Day? I will only play Cup of the Day if this match finishes. If this match is still going, I'm not gonna play Cup of the Day. Halcyon actually managing to steal a point on this track. 4 is all they get. Halcyon ready for the comeback. Very competitive round, though, with Eterna's pace. What did I say world record was on this track again? It's a 46.9, and Eterna has been putting up low 47s. So, it's tough. But Halcyon proving that they can hold on. However, Jan and Lacadel look at their pace as they go past. Halcyon chasing, not quite able to catch just yet. 47 fours. Not bad. That will be Eterna winning track number 4. We're going to track 5. Eterna might get the full sweep of all the tracks. But Halcyon got a point on that one. Last track, Halcyon didn't get a point. On that track, we got one. We don't get shut out twice. It doesn't happen. Alright, what do we have left? We have played... I don't know what we have left. The mixed map? Is that what's left? Rabbi's mixed map? Yeah, Italo Disco. Which has a world record of 50.248. I don't like that in the top 10 I see Laser, Rustak, Jan. Yikes. I guess technically Jan's 11th, but... Oh look, Laser and Rustak. Uh-oh. Alright, who do we got for Halcyon playing here? Begley's back, Random, and Willard is back. They're saying one more warm-up after this, then live. Yeah. Eterna, pretty strong track for them. Pretty strong track. Who is their other player? T-Dog? Well, Random and Fegley aren't too far behind. Ooh, but there's T-Dog. Zoinks. All of them top 25. But Random and Fegley also there. I might have missed Willard, but I currently don't see his name. Anyways, this is the last warm-up. We're getting to the final track of the Halcyon Eterna matchup this morning. Well, it's this morning for me. But I suppose for Eterna, it's this afternoon, this evening, this... You know, we're just happy to have some Americans in Div 1. Unfortunately, this won't be the match to win. But who knows? Maybe we put up some good pace, can have a very competitive finish. And we are in the live rounds. Final track on Italo Disco by Rabbi. Rostak already with a mistake. Halcyon might be able to actually start off with a point, dare I say. It would be a rare occasion in this match, but maybe can give them some confidence for the match later today. Willard, holy cow, how is he alive? My whole body tensed up. Oh. Rostak, another mistake. Wow, that was exciting. Why do I only have these spectators? Laser in first, then Random. Oh, T-Dog. And it ends up being an Eterna 135, despite Halcyon having a great start. What did I say world record was? 50.3? 50.2. Okay. Noten, and let's actually look at what's his. Okay, and their personal records are 50.5s. T-Dog this time with a mistake. I think that was a similar spot to where Rustak made the mistake. Although now it is Willard joining him in the back. Messes up. Random clips the wall. Begley barely gets his landing. Eterna looking once again at a 1-3 finish. Laser though into the wall. It's Rustak chase. I can't keep up. I can't keep up, man. It is a 1-3 for Eterna. I'm guessing the 1-3-5. 1-3-6 for Eterna. Wait, where is he? The very dramatic slow-mo finish. Who didn't finish that track? Or who didn't crash that track? Just Rustak? Well, first to crash last time, no crashing this time. Is enough for Eterna to once again win a point. Taking a 2-0 lead. Surely Halcyon can get one here. Okay, Willard surviving the dirt. Rustak crashes. That's what we like to see for the Halcyon fans. Man, this map is just a fiesta, though. Oh my gosh, Willard and Laser both turned too far inside and clipped their tires. T-Dog, I'm not even sure what happened. He jumped so low. He jumped so low. He didn't even get close to the finish. Oh my goodness. Well, Halcyon will take their point. Will take their point. Holy cow, the crashes. This is like a certain premier competition where you don't want to get last. I forget what that competition's called. I think it's called Cup of the Night. A lot of people think it's called Cup of the Day, but they'd be mistaken. Okay. I don't even know where to start because this map has been such a fiesta, and it is T-Dog with a crash. First crash of the round, Eterna. Laser almost touching his tire to the wall, but getting away with the outside line. Fegley with a bit of a safe line. Willard desperately on the inside. I'm clenching my pearls. And it is Rustak and Laser in the 1-2. Laser crashes though. It's random. Willard and Fegley with the 2-3-4. Halcyon tying the score up at 2-2. Maybe this is the track. This is the track. All of these rounds have had one thing in common. It has been a fiesta, and Laser already with the wall touch. Rustak and T-Dog needing to strengthen their position. Will be fighting with Fegley for first. But Fegley not quite ready to give it up. Taking the more aggressive jump. It seems like Fegley is more willing to safe it on that grass jump. Oh, Rustak with a no slide. It's looking like Fegley, Willard, and Random 1, 3, and 4. Halcyon take the lead on the track. 3-2. Desperately needed for the mental of Team Halcyon. Is a lovely track win. After all, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on fighting. Fegley and Willard. It appears Random has crashed. Or has fallen a bit behind. The top 5, though, all within 3/10 until we see a crash from... I actually don't know who that was. It was T-Dog. Fegley and Willard in 2 and 3. Random... No, but Rustak is back! No! Fegley missed the fin. It wouldn't have mattered, but Fegley missed the fin. As AEterna get 1-2, they would have gotten 1-3 since Rustak passed Willard. Just barely by 300ths. That's a tough break. That's a tough break. We're tied again at 3. Honestly, this match is a lot closer than it seems. AEterna's up 4-0. And who knows what's going to happen on this 5th track. But we've had 2 other tracks that went to 4-4 and were won by a 5-4 advantage. You know, those can go either way. Those can go either way. There's a universe where we're 2-2 going into this track because Halcyon clutches it out that last round. That universe exists. So this is a much closer match than it seems. And this round, kind of showcasing it, Fegley and Willard getting 1-3, Random in 5th. Will give Halcyon the point. It's 4-3. Halcyon on track point. Could be the track to win. Like I said, 3 out of 5 of these tracks extremely close. Very neck and neck. And in some ways, that's all you need is the 3 tracks. There's a bit of the bonus point stuff as we were talking about earlier, but I mean, if you get 3 tracks, you're either walking away with a win or a tie. Random and Fegley holding the charge for Halcyon, trying to win this track. Trying to win Italo Disco. Random with a wonky landing. Rustak trying to keep up, but also an unfortunate landing for himself. Will lose a bit of speed, but it's Fegley in the mud. Laser and Rustak looking to tie the score up for Eterna. 4-4 with the 1-2 finish. Random and Fegley both a bit of crashing, which has kind of been the story not only of the track, but of the match for Halcyon. We're tied up to 4-4. Unfortunately similar to tracks 1 and 2. I would have preferred Halcyon just to close it out there. Instead, we got to go to a nail biter. Eterna up 4-0. On this track, though, it's 4-4. Halcyon wanting their first track win of the match, also of the day, because they have another match later. All 6 players still in it. I don't know if we've ever gotten to this part of the map with that being true. I don't even know who to commentate on, but it is Laser and T-Dog in first right now. First and second. Fegley catching up. Random with a mistake. It's up to Fegley and Willard to get at least 1 and 3. Willard might have more speed, but it might not be enough. Also, Fegley in second. Another desperate round. GG's to Eterna. Well deserved with the pace they were driving, especially on the last 2 maps, but clutching it out on the other 3. That's a tough break. Tough break for Halcyon. Like I said, with 3 tracks going to 4-4, really could have gone either way on those. Unfortunately, they all went the way of Eterna, if you're a fan of Halcyon. And that's the match. That's match 1 for the day.